Okay, let me ask you something. What if you're not actually running the show? What if the show itself is actually running you? Wouldn't that be funny? Look, I've spent 20 years in business, and some of the most impactful of those was as an entrepreneur. And that's scaling enterprises, that's scaling companies, that's even scaling my own organization with hundreds of people in the leadership team that's running that organization. And here's what I've learned carefully watching leaders as they try to move up in the ranks is most leaders lose their time. They're losing themselves in what they do, you've probably seen it, and they're losing their team because there's a lack of conviction there. And I get it, okay? It is hard sometimes to admit when you feel overwhelmed, you start to get misaligned. I can relate, okay? We feel stuck. The worst thing you can do in that moment, and by the way, I've seen this happen multiple times, is trying to communicate to your team in that state. It just lands dead flat. Here's the thing though, the biggest shift you can make, and this is impactful for you as a leader, and this is where you take that moment to circle, you underline, you highlight this because it's going to change things for you. It's that you start showing up with the presence on purpose. When you lead with clarity, you start to show up with intention. It builds. When you start to show up with intention, you start having a little confidence. You felt it before. When you got a little confidence, you finally begin to drive some results. Look, in my organization, we understand that. And there's 3 areas that we really ingrain. It's a framework that we teach at the core level when you start with us. And it's our 3 core pillars. And it's how we begin the transformation inside our team, and it's how you're going to begin your transformation. We start with a purposeful presence. I think you could benefit from having somebody come alongside you and show you how to command every single moment. Own your presence with confidence. The second pillar is impactful leadership. We have to learn how to drive outstanding results through conscious decisions that we make as a leader. And the third is a cultural transformation. And boy, isn't it rewarding when you start to build an environment that just vibrates. You can feel it in your bones that everybody's in line with that purpose. Look, it's super simple. It comes down to a choice. You gotta take action every single day. This is not a cute concept that we teach. This is leadership. I have tested it. I have taught it. I have lived it. And what I've seen is that I believe we're in a world that needs more leaders that are willing to show up on purpose every day, every single day. This is Presence on Purpose. It's walking shoulder to shoulder. I think you're gonna love it.